Gorgeous news for Mirai Days, wonderful Precure summaries, and you and Idol Precure news. Hello everyone, it's Leo, and this video is full of news on 3 different Precure seasons. Girls, this is really crazy. I mean, what we're going to talk about Wonderful is not necessarily news, it's the summaries of the last 2 episodes. So let's start with Mirai Days that finally got the Crunchyroll release. Yes, honey, Mirai Days is officially going to be on Crunchyroll starting tomorrow. So we have it here. Witchy Precure Mirai Days, January 18, 12 p.m. PT. This is roughly 1 hour earlier than the time that we start the live streams here at the channel. Girl, this is going to be crazy. Saturdays are going to be even more Precure-ish than ever. So they say here, the Witchy Precure sequel series begins with more magic than ever. Last week we already had the first episode, but it's not on Crunchyroll yet. So what they're gonna do is add episodes 1 and 2 simultaneously tomorrow. So both episodes are going to be available on Crunchyroll for some people, unfortunately, because it is going to be available in North America, Central America, South America, Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. This is kind of sad because Europe is once again left out, and it's weird because Europe has been getting lots of Precure seasons as well. Unfortunately, not as much as the other regions, but you know, they could have gotten Mirai Days as well. There's one country in Europe that is getting it, which is Italy, but it's not on the Crunchyroll platform. It's in another anime streaming platform, and they are getting their own version of Mirai Days, which is really, really nice. But it's very unfortunate that other countries are not getting it, and it's a downer. I really hoped that they could have gotten it. And now I am praying for You and Idol, a You and Idol announcement. I really don't want it to be like last minute or a week after it has already started. You and Idol, Crunchyroll to animation, please bring it on. And still talking about the Mirai Days, in the Mirai Days realm, there is something interesting. There's a new toy from Mofurun. And in this new toy, someone saw the package of the toy, and they have said that the package has information about the source of the pink diamond. So this hasn't been explained in the story yet, but it's probably going to be explained soon since it's in the package of the toy already. This person hasn't shared what information it is, but we are probably going to discover pretty soon. And they have said something that made me really angry. Oh my God. They have said that if we're focusing on the main story, if we want to see the main story, it looks like Ha-chan won't appear until later. I mean, later here in an anime of 12 episodes might be like episode 6, but I wonder if they mean like episode 10 or something. If it's like episode 10 or something, I'm gonna be very angry. Girl, I want to see Ha-chan. I want to see Cure Felice. I hope it's really soon. I hope they mean later as in episode 5 or something like that. Please, we need it. I want to see Felice really kicking it, and you know, I want to see my queen from Mirai Days. From Maho. Not Mirai Days yet, because she hasn't done much in Mirai Days, but I want to see my queen. Please. I'm a little desperate now. Anyways, this is obviously just one person talking about what they saw in a toy, and you know, we don't necessarily know the context, or they haven't gone deep into this information, so let's keep it with a grain of salt. And now let's talk about wonderful Precure. This is a spoiler section of this video because we're talking about the summaries for episodes 49 and 50, which are the last episodes of the season. If you don't want spoilers, you know this is your cue to leave. I mean, we talked a little bit about Mirai Days spoilers as well, but that's more or less what we always do here. Anyways, let's talk about what's to come. Episode 49 is gonna show Animal Town covered by a deep grove of trees by Subaru. We've already seen that happening in episode 48. So Subaru is going to use the power of the diamond unicorn that he got from Nico-sama and also the mirror stone. And he's going to use both powers to try and revive Gao. But it is just impossible. And he's going to be very enraged by this fact. So he will absorb the power of the Nico Diamond, and he will transform himself into a gigantic wolf, which we've already seen in the preview of episode 49 as well. So this is the summary for 49, and then we have the summary for episode 50, which is a very simple summary, but it just gives a little touch as to what's gonna happen at the end of Wonderful. And it says that in episode 50, Subaru is going to be awakened by a bright light, and he will be reunited with Gao, and then he will disappear along with Torame and the other wolves. The summary says Torame, but they probably mean Zakuro. I wonder, because Torame has already been sent to the afterlife again. And so after seeing them off, Komugi and the others will say their goodbyes to Nico, Mei, and the others that are going to return to Nico Garden. And this is the summary of episode 50. It doesn't tell much. It just gives out what we were expecting. That is Subaru being defeated. But a reunion between Subaru and Gao will definitely make me cry. Girl, I think that this is a moment that will clearly make me really emotional. And this is all we have for Wonderful. There's a very interesting information that was shared by Yoshimi Narita, who is the main writer of Wonderful, and she said that they wanted to share more on the story of Gao, but unfortunately they didn't have many episodes to do it because they did not want to spend more than 2.5 episodes on his story, because then kids might get bored while watching it. I feel a little sad because I feel like they could have focused a little more, but it's understandable, and I feel like they're going to do a great job nonetheless, and we're going to see this story deeper in a deeper way for sure. And now the last piece of news that we get is from You and Idol. Funnily enough, which is not really a surprise, but you know, I feel like this is already an explanation of what's to come in 2025. The You and Idol Precure movie has already been announced. This was announced at a toy lineup presentation that was held in January 16. And this movie is getting released during the fall. And that means it's getting released in the same period of time that the Wonderful Precure movie got released, All Stars F got released, so in the later months of the year. This means that we're not getting another Precure movie this year. If you were holding on to hope that we were getting an All Stars, like 2 movies per year, an All Stars and the seasonal movie, unfortunately that's not coming back, at least not for 2025. We are just getting You and Idol Precure the movie sometime in the fall. There are obviously no more details, and we're definitely getting a website or a little trailer and the name of the movie later down the road. But for now, all the info that we have is that the movie is actually happening. And if we have this, we can already understand that there are not going to be any other Precure movies this year. This is the only one. This has been the trend since Hirogaru Sky. 1 movie per year again. So this is it for now. I'm very happy that Crunchyroll is getting Mirai Days. I feel like Mirai Days is another answer that Precure is going to keep on being added to Crunchyroll. They're going to keep on simulcasting the seasons. I can rest a little bit more assured that You and Idol will be added to Crunchyroll as well. I was getting a little afraid, I'm not going to lie, but I'm happy. I like having the ability and having the possibility of supporting the shows I like in an official way, and Crunchyroll opens the door to that, and I like it very much. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. I want to take this little time to thank the Magical Cinnamon production team for helping me with this content, and also the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you're a member, thank you very much for your support here on YouTube, on Patreon, on Throne. Thank you. And if you've watched up to now, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.